Midnight Horror Story.
What's up, YouTube's Lofty, and welcome back to me reacting to horror animated stories, or horror story animated stories, animated horror.
That is not.
Honestly, it's really hard being a YouTuber, especially for the past week. I've been uploading every day consistently. That's just like, fatigue is real. Please just subscribe. I just want like some form of succession right now because I'm drained.
What do you mean by that?
Midnight Horror Story. Oh my gosh.
Not making this video for attention or sympathy or anything.
All right.
I just want anyone who can help me to do that.
Okay.
My name's Daniel, and this is a story I wish I didn't have to tell.
Tell it,
I've been
Daniel.
a night owl my entire life.
Hold on.
As a teen,
Hold on. This feels like it's not on. This is Max?
It's the biggest piece of...
I used to stay up way past midnight every night, watching terrifying videos on YouTube.
Yeah, like we're
I
doing
know
now.
Now they were nothing compared to the horrors of the real world. Nothing compared to the tragedy my family and I went through.
What did y'all go
The
through?
story I'm gonna tell to you now. My parents, being teachers, had always emphasized the importance of sleeping well to me,
Bro.
and would definitely disapprove of my late night routine.
Ghost. I'm just
So I
playing.
knew that if they'd caught me up at that time, I'd be in big trouble.
Wait, you're a teen,
At
right?
first, this wasn't a problem, but after I told them
Guys.
about a child predator in our neighborhood that I'd seen in one of my videos, they
Whoa.
seemed to grow more and more paranoid, which was obviously understandable.
Is that your little
Every
brother?
night, I'd hear one of them wandering into my room, checking on me, and every night, I'd immediately turn off my light and pretend to be asleep.
So real.
I never knew for sure if it was my mom or dad coming in, since obviously if I opened my eyes to see, they'd know I was awake.
Oh no. Guys, you know where this is going. Llama. Llama, y'all are built different.
Since obviously if I opened my eyes to see, they'd know I was awake. Mostly, I presumed it was my dad, from the heavy-sounding footsteps.
At least peek.
Either way, I found it pretty hypocritical for them to preach to me about being up late when they were awake themselves.
Right.
Sometimes
Oh
I
my
wondered
gosh.
if they knew I wasn't sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
Because often it was only after what seemed like
Dude.
hours before they'd finally leave
Dude,
and go
punch
to
him.
check on Alfie. That's my little brother, and Lucy, my little sister.
Who was that?
I'd have asked them about it, but I thought it would have confirmed any suspicions, which they seemed to already have about my staying awake.
He opened his eyes too late.
The next day. Like I said, I guess they were just paranoid about the child predator. It was stupid for me to presume any of these things, and I'll never forgive myself for it. But
my
I did it all
gosh.
the same. Anyway, one day, Lucy's school, where my parents both work, announced a school trip. It meant they'd be gone at some point next month, from Saturday morning to Sunday morning.
Yikes. Actually, no,
It
that's
meant
good.
that I'd finally get to watch the horror movie my friend had lent me, that my parents had refused to let me watch.
Maybe you should
There was
listen.
one downside, though.
What?
I'd be left to look after Alfie. He, being only 6 years old, my mom was reluctant to leave him in my care alone.
Bro,
But my dad defended me, reminding her that Alfie had been up most of the night after a nightmare,
Bro.
so he'd probably sleep most of the day
your
anyway.
brother is 6.
Besides, he reassured her, he's 17. He can be given a little responsibility. With
Actually,
a heavy
true.
heart,
True.
my mom agreed.
True.
I honestly wish she hadn't. Finally, the morning came for them to head off. It took longer than expected because my sister said some of her favorite toy dolls had been stolen. But eventually, my
Whoa.
mom persuaded her that they were probably just lost
Stolen?
and told me to look for them whilst they were gone.
Why would I look?
I begrudgingly
Hold on.
agreed,
Yo.
and soon they were ready to go. As they were leaving, my mom gave me a stern word, reminding me to lock the doors, not go to bed too late, and take good care of Alfie.
Yup. She's
She
a good
told
mom.
me she'd be watching through the security cameras.
That's what I'm talking
to make
about.
sure I was looking after him properly. I told her she really didn't have to worry. Then we said our goodbyes, and they were off.
All right.
Alfie and I spent most of the day playing outside.
He immediately
but came
left.
in after the frisbee landed
Oh,
near
never
a
mind.
strange man who Alfie said had been in his nightmare.
Oh, heck no.
Because even if he somehow was in his dream, he wouldn't be able to remember. Anyway, I went by myself to get it.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't you
I
get
have
it?
to admit that the man was fairly creepy. He had a huge grin, and his eyes, staring right
gosh.
at me, seemed to be permanently forced further open than they were designed to go.
What?
His clothes all seemed to have been made
What
from
the
someone
freak?
50 years younger, as they struggled to cling to his fully grown body. It was
Bro.
cold, but he was wearing a sun hat, a tiny one for children, which barely fit on his head. I recognized it,
Oh, no
but
way.
didn't know how at the time.
That better not
If
be
I'd
your little
learned
sisters.
anything from the videos I spent my nights watching,
Oh.
I'd have abandoned the frisbee and left. But clearly I didn't, because not wanting to feel like a baby, I approached him.
I mean,
As I got closer to the
Did
man,
he s-
his smile disappeared, and he removed
Oh,
the
heck
hat
no.
and held it behind his back.
oh, heck no, bro. We got to tee up.
I began to see his features in greater detail. He looked tired. In the entire time it took me to get to him, the man didn't move an inch, other than the odd blink. Not even his eyes shifted. At this stage, I was getting uneasy.
Bro, how
I
far is
just
the
wanted to
frisbee?
get it and leave. Hi, can I have my frisbee back,
Oh,
please?
did he pick it up?
Thanks.
Oh, no.
The
Okay.
thought of that conversation,
There's no way you turned
if you
away.
can even call it a conversation,
Bro,
still makes me shiver.
I'd back
I
up.
locked the front door as soon as we got home.
And the windows?
We were both a bit shaken, and Alfie looked tired, so I gave him some more food and put him to bed.
I'm not gonna lie.
It took him about 2 hours to fall asleep.
I'm not gonna lie. Lil bro would be sleeping in my room tonight, bro. No way. I don't think we have guns.
He kept complaining that he'd have another nightmare about that man. I told him he
He's not
wouldn't,
lying.
but he wasn't convinced.
I see him every night.
He whispered to me,
Every?
"Well, if you see him again, don't worry. I'll be here to fight him off."
Yeah, you're an L, bro.
This seemed to settle him
We're
down,
cooked.
and soon he was fast asleep. At about 11,
Yo! Come on, this dude's a G now.
time to put my film on. I couldn't have my mom knowing that
He changed the channel.
Oh my god!
I was watching it, so I did something naive and ignorant.
No way.
Something I'll always regret.
No way.
I turned off the security
Oh,
cameras.
you're an idiot.
I watched it for 2 hours straight.
Oh, yeah.
My eyes never straying from the screen. Until
No way. What is
I
that?
replayed the last few seconds of the film. But the sound didn't happen again.
Oh, yeah, he's cooked.
It was coming from inside my house.
Oh, yeah, he's cooked.
Alfie? He didn't reply, but I
Where's
could
he?
see him under the covers, so I thought he was just asleep, and I didn't want to wake him up.
Why is the window open?
I swear, if I thought anything worse had happened, I'd have checked. You okay?
Oh, my
I
gosh.
thought maybe I was just worrying too much, hearing things.
Dude!
It was late.
Why is
the
the
film
window-
had been scary. Maybe it was just all in my head.
Your brother's dead.
I knew from the sound of his voice it was him. Alfie! Alfie?
That's not...
Usually this much noise would have woken him up. Alfie, what's going on?
You got your brother killed.
I knew something
freak
was
is that?
wrong. It was him.
It's outside.
The doll. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my gosh,
it
he's
had to
dead.
be some kind of sick prank. It had to be. But it wasn't. It was the man I'd spoken to earlier.
Oh, my
He'd
gosh.
taken my brother. Alfie!
Dude. Call the cops.
I was certain they'd
You want
be
time for
gone
that?
before I could reach them. But he didn't set off straight away. He watched as I tried helplessly to do something. I screamed and I shouted and I banged on the
My
windows.
gosh.
And
Dude,
I tried to
hold
open
on to the
doors,
car.
but nothing worked.
Break the
It was all in
glass.
vain. There was nothing I could do for my brother, my best friend, as he was stolen away from me. It was too late for the police to do anything.
Yeah, he's gone.
It was too late for anybody to
And
do
he turned
anything.
off the cameras. No, no, no,
He was
no, no.
gone.
Maybe your neighbors have
In
cameras.
time, I'd have to come to accept that.
You have 9 new messages. First message. Hello? If you're out with Alfie, call me back when you get back in, please. Love you guys. Bye.
Yikes.
End of message. Second message.
Daniel, we've been trying to get a hold of you for hours.
Oh
Is
my
everything
gosh.
all right? Did you turn the security cameras off?
They'll be fine.
Yikes.
The security system probably just glitched
Yo,
out.
imagine explaining this to your mom. Yeah, I turned off the cameras to watch a movie and my little brother got kidnapped without me knowing. Mama's finished.
Fear, students. Because I am here.
Hey, Alfie, just call us as soon as you can, okay? You know how Mom worries.
End of message. Third message.
Listen, Daniel, we're starting to get really worried now. If you don't pick up, one of us is gonna have to come home to check if everything's okay.
You should
Please
have.
pick
Yikes.
up.
End of message. Fourth.
Yeah, do you even want to hear the rest?
Daniel, are you okay? Daniel! What's happened? Please answer! I couldn't bear to tell them anything. That was 7 years ago. We never found him.
Please give my brother back.
When I asked my parents if they'd seen anything at all of this man whilst they checked on us during the night, they only looked at me, concerned and confused. What do you mean? They asked. I could only stare at them in horror. Every night, around 2, you'd come and check on Alfie, Lucy, and me to see if we were sleeping.
Daniel?
They told me.
No, we didn't.
Oh my gosh.
The police wanted security camera footage of the man, but of course, there wasn't any. It automatically deletes any footage older than 24 hours, which meant I'd been mindless enough to stop it recording on the only night we could have seen him.
Yep.
You know, the strange thing is, I don't even know if I want Alfie to be alive.
Honestly.
Because if he is,
Yeah, he's
God knows what that monster has done to him.
yeah, bro's getting tortured.
Sorry if I've gone on too long, but the guilt's been killing me. I had to get it out somehow. I only tell it as a story because, well, people like stories, and I want as many people to hear this as possible. Alfie, if somehow you're watching, I love you, and I'm so sorry. Please don't lose hope.
Lose
And to
hope?
the man who took you, it's not too late. If you have any heart at all, and even if you don't, please let my little brother come home. To everybody else, if someone comes into your bedroom at night, open your eyes.